Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening to you all. Thank you all for joining us from around the world and across the time zones for what promises to be an exciting and thought-provoking week of progress, insights, and science in dog and cat population management. My name is Dr. Elly Hiby, and I'm the Director of the ICAM Coalition. Today I'll be your chair, helping to guide you through this wonderful opening session of presentations. I'm here as ICAM's representative today, but throughout this week you'll meet many of my colleagues from the ICAM Coalition. As a coalition, our strength and indeed our enjoyment comes from working together, learning from each other, challenging each other and supporting one another to achieve the best outcomes we can for dogs and cats. I'd like to take a moment to thank everyone who submitted abstracts for this conference. We were fortunate to receive a really large number of exceptionally high quality submissions, so many in fact that we could only accommodate about half of them in our programme. I also want to express my gratitude to my scientific committee colleagues for their careful review of these submissions and for helping us make the difficult decisions on which ones to include. Before we continue, I would like to point out the Zoom functions that are available for you today. First of all, captions, and should you wish to use them, translation of those captions. So if you would like to see captions or subtitles, click the CC icon. If you would like to see these in a different language, click the up arrow, toggle translations on, and then select from any of the languages offered by Zoom. If you want to switch them off, simply click the CC icon again to hide the captions. Now this is an AI enabled translation, so our apologies if it's imperfect. The chat function is for chatting with your fellow attendees and all of us here at ICAM. I can see you are using this already. And also for technical support or questions, please select hosts and panelists if you need support from the ICAM team. And if you would like to ask our presenters a question, and I hope you will, please use the Q&A function button. All presentations have been pre-recorded to minimise our vulnerability to internet problems, but the presenters are here today and are ready and waiting to answer your questions, so don't be shy. You can post your own question or upvote someone else's question. These questions will then either be answered by the presenters typing into the Q&A function or during their live Q&A session after their presentation has finished. You're probably already familiar with our conference webpage. Please note that all presentation videos will be uploaded here. We aim to make them available by the end of each day, so you can watch them again or share them with others who couldn't join us today. We'd also love your help in spreading the word, so please share updates about the conference and links to our webpage on social media so that others can catch up on what you're experiencing here this week. Our handle is ICAM Conference 2025, and we're sharing links to our website and social media channels in the chat right now. ICAM was originally founded in 2006 as a discussion group between peers in different charities to both support each other and to stay informed of each other's work. Our mission is to support the development and use of humane and effective dog and cat population management worldwide, but we couldn't achieve that just by talking to each other, so we extended our activities to reach out to the wider population management sector. As implementers of population management, We want to be impactful, efficient and sustainable. So we have developed guidance documents and online courses for implementers and mentors of community development that share a systems approach to design and implementation, ensuring we are focusing on sources of free roaming or unwanted animals and not just dealing with the symptoms of the current populations on our streets and in our shelters, and engaging those communities and stakeholders that have to be part of and indeed own the solutions we develop for managing dogs and cats. Our guidance documents are all available as downloads from our website in several languages, and our courses are free e-learning courses that you can access on our Learners platform, again accessible from our website. But knowing how to implement humane population management isn't enough. We need an enabling environment in terms of politics, legislation and funding to achieve a long-term success. So we also work to support advocates, again through our guidance documents, Chapter 4 of our DPM guide and our advocacy toolkit, and also our policy makers course, concise and with a focus on policy and legislation. A subject that links our implementation work to our advocacy is evidence generation. So we also provide guidance on monitoring and evaluation and tools to help you action this, including an impact assessment tool that poses questions to help you identify appropriate indicators and methods of measurement, so you can answer the question, are we making a difference? Is our intervention having an impact on animals and people's lives? A presentation and a quiz for training surveyors on visual body condition scoring. And finally, we have Talea. This is our street survey app, available for free. Please take a look at the Talea webinar on our website as a great introduction for how it works. I'm also excited to let you know that Talea is now also available for Apple devices. Your observers will find Talea for iPhone in the App Store. And of course, this conference is where implementers, advocates, researchers and funders of population management come together. It's such an important moment of engagement for ICAM. This is the 6th in the series of international conferences. The purpose is to give a platform for sharing progress and learnings in humane dog and cat population management. Our subject may be niche within each of our countries, but it's global. Last year we had registrations from 121 countries. You are very much not alone in this work, and there is a huge potential for us to evolve together as a global movement. And we have a fabulous week of presentations for you, covering different themes and with presenters from across the globe. So let me get us started on our first day of the conference with the theme of government leadership and urban development. We're living in an increasingly urban world. More than half the global population now lives in cities, and that's only going to grow. What we're seeing around the world is that local government leadership really makes a difference between programs that struggle and those that thrive. When mayors, city councils and local authorities get behind humane population management, we see remarkable results, not just for animal welfare, but for public health, community cohesion and urban development too. Today we've got some brilliant presentations that show this in action, from cities making pledges to transform their approach to examples of how flexible, locally adaptive strategies can work in very different contexts. After each presentation, we'll have a live Q&A session with the speaker, so please do get involved in the discussion by submitting your questions using the Zoom Q&A function. So first up today, ICAM's Advocacy Director, Patrick Gerard, who will tell us about ICAM's Positive Cities initiative and how cities can join this growing movement for humane population management. And we shall both see you for the Q&A on the other side.